Having information, Mr. Client, about your business can put you in a position that in the next 2 weeks or the next 2 months, you can double your profits. If I could show you an idea that can double your profits for the next 2 weeks, would you give me 10 minutes to sit down and show you what those ideas are? Why wouldn't they? Okay? So you see that hook that you have created, and this is what you can do. Walking in the door, you can do this. Okay? Because if you start telling them, let me tell you who we are, okay, and you can tell me what you do, they don't care who you are. They care what's in it for them, right? So having a hook, the opening when you walk in to see a client, it's got to be powerful. They have to get riveted to that. Wow, this is exciting. In the next 24 hours, I can double my profits. That's what he told them. So what I'm getting at is when you walk in, you've got to have some kind of a hook that when you walk in, the client is going to say, what? You know, he's just going to, his eyeball's going to pop out. Come on in, I need to see that. And guess what happens now? Now you're sitting back and letting him come buy your product. Here's an example I'm going to use. We had a sale the other day. One of the reps in Canada called it in. And what happened was the client wanted employees, wanted to hire employees. Okay, and I know most people don't do this, and it's because they don't know it, and they just reach for the phone, let the CNX handle it. But here's the thing that you can do when you're in front of the client. Mr. Client, let me ask you a question. And you sit back in your chair and you kind of touch your chin. You know, I'm giving you specific selling techniques here. Not just giving you words. I'm showing you how to do this thing. Okay? And you said the client's telling you, I only want employees. I don't need your analysis or anything. Consultants, I've had them before. I just need 10 employees or 5 employees. We're growing and I need your help and I need employees. Let's say that's the issue. Okay? So you say, really? That's interesting, Mr. Client. And you sit back, you rub your chin. Okay, like this, you rub your chin, and you say, and you kind of look down to the left, then you look the client right in the eye, say, let me ask you a question. Did you know that the unemployment rate is over 7% right now? One of the highest. You know, we have 6 billion people in this world. And you're looking for how many, you said? 3? Now let me see the ratio here. You take your calculator out, okay? You say, hit your calculator button, okay? Show that to him. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm just demonstrating here. And you look at the number and say 6 billion, okay? To what? You need how many? 3? So in this planet, there's 6 billion people, okay? And you can't find 3? I don't understand there. What seems to be the problem? Well, in fact, hold on. Before you even answer that, Mr. Client, let me ask you this question, okay? You notice you're taking control. You don't even let the client talk right now. Because why? Because you're asking questions. You want to be... So let me ask you this question. If I had in my car right now, okay, 3 good qualified people that had the skill sets that what you're looking for, that had the skill sets, okay, that had the know-how and everything what you need, right, that had everything, the quality, the skill, the experience, everything, okay, and they look good. You interviewed them, they passed the test, the drug test, whatever, okay, they can do the job. In fact, they might be a little bit overqualified, okay? Now let me ask you a question. How many competitors do you have around here? 5, 6, right? Okay. Now, what's stopping them to go elsewhere than coming to you? Give me 3 good competitive advantages that you offer that nobody else offers. Well, maybe not 3. Give me just 2 even. Suppose I'm one of them. So I'm sitting here in front of you. Here's my resume, okay? I showed you everything. I went through all the tests and everything, and you know that I'm qualified to do this job. Can you give me 2 good reasons why I should work for ABC Construction rather than XYZ? Can you convince me, Mr. Client? Go. Now you see, what happens now? Now the client becomes the salesperson and you become the client. Now watch that. When that happens, the client is starting to become a closer. He's trying to close on you. That's the position you want to be in, Mr. Client. From what you've told me, and let's say he tells you what there can be a reason, and you kind of shake your head, you know what? It's the same old, same old. You're not monopolizing the marketplace. Your competition is saying the same thing. I'm sorry. You don't have that compelling reason why I should come work for you. You know, the reason is this, Mr. Clint, you're not hiring companies like us to show you some of the competitive advantages, okay, that you should be bringing to the table to bring these people to come to you. In fact, we have a saying, Mr. Client, you should never really be looking for good employees. You shouldn't. The good employees should be looking for you. The good employees out there that have the skill should be looking for you. Why? Because you have a thriving, successful business. Now, you told me that you have a thriving, successful business when I walked in. You said everything was great. So why is it that you're having problems getting employees? I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. So it seems to me that there's something wrong in this place. Why people are not flocking to you. I don't see a line outside. When I walked in, I didn't see any employees or potential candidates that wanted to come work for you. You know, and we've been here, what, last half hour, you didn't get one phone call to saying somebody wants to come for the job. So it seems to me there's certain areas in your business you're not building that magnetism, okay, for your company. Now I want to show you something. Why I can say that is this, Mr. Client. We started in 1991 with 3 employees. Okay, today we have over 1,500 employees. Okay, that's only 23 years ago, 20 years ago, right? So doesn't that mean something, Mr. Client? If a company went from 0 or 3 employees, right, to 1,500 employees in 20 years, and you've been in business how long? You told me what, 30 years? Okay, and in 30 years you have how many? 15 employees, 20 employees, whatever. Okay, usually that's the average we find our small businesses, right? You have 20 employees. And you have 20 employees after 30 years in business, okay? And in 20 years we have, and show them the ratio, put it on a piece of paper and say, write it down. And you say, it seems to me that one of these companies know how to bring employees. And I don't think it's you in this room. So let me ask you a question. If we can figure out a way to bring in 2 to 3 qualified employees to your business that can do the job, okay, if we can do that for you, are you prepared to meet our analyst if we can do that? Now you see that hook? Same thing. The guy's going to say, sure, good. What time you get here tomorrow morning so we can show you that? 8 o'clock or 9? And give them a number. Or do you want to make it at 10? What time you usually get it? They always know what time they come in the office. Close the sale right there. You don't need to worry about getting fancy at that point and trying to get a CNEX to close it for you. You've done the job. You've given them benefit, okay, and you've closed the sale right there. The client's going to say, well, I get here about 9 o'clock. Say, good, let's give you a little time to get your coffee going. Let's shoot for 8:30. Usually you're in by 8:30 or so. That'd be a good time. Good. Write that number down on the 44, okay? Okay, and then just all you got to do at this point is ask him one more buying question. You know what that is? It's a question that he'll know. Guess what? Is there a nearest cross street around here? Something that's so off the wall, it doesn't even talk about the analysis, right? It's just because he knows what's it. Why do you want to tell him? Because you want him to mentally understand that somebody's coming there, okay? Or you can ask him, what's the zip code here? Something on that 44 that says, okay, like phone number, fax. What's your cell number in case he gets lost, he needs to get a hold of you? Something like that. That's how simple a sale is, okay?
Don't wait.
So, try this out. Hope this makes sense what we talked about today. Okay? Remember we talked about attitude, passion. We talked about being determined, right? We talked about using a hook, getting in the door, right? A couple of things I want to mention here also. Back to the basics again. Hybrid cards, okay? We're not averaging 10 cards per rep per week, okay? We got to do that. We got to focus on getting 10 cards everybody per day, sorry, not per week, per day, okay? Now I understand there's things in the way, but we got to elevate the numbers, okay? We're averaging less than 5. Why can't we get to 7 at least, okay? Our goal is 10, but I want everybody to increase their numbers this week, to increase the number of hybrid cards you're bringing in. So here's the thing, unless you brought in 50 this week, I'm not going to blame you, you know who you are, okay? But if you have less than 50 cards this week, your goal this next week now is to elevate those numbers, at least by 10-15%, okay? At least. Because what's going to happen is you bring in more cards, those sales are golden, hybrids. They're golden. The hybrid cards is where you make more money. Remember, that extra effort of getting out of your car, going in to see a client, picking up a card, walking back into your car. In fact, when you won't walk back in, you'll probably see more clients, right? That extra effort of picking all those cards, I'm telling you, your BC, hates to call the database leads versus the cards. So why not make it easier for the BC? And put down, a little tip I'll give you on the card. Make sure they at least got 7, 8 employees. You don't want, obviously, VMS cards, okay? So ask them, how many employees do you have? You can get that. You don't have to ask them volume with a receptionist. It's hard to get that out from them. But at least find out they have 7, 8 employees. And also, if you can get the receptionist's name, that's a little tip I'm giving you, okay? Put that on the card. Joanne, okay, so that the BC calls, say, hi Joanne, you know what, Mike came by to see you the other day, he missed John, he asked me to call to see if we can get together just for 10 minutes, introduce ourselves, we just want to show you how we've helped your company, whatever their pitch is, what time, and they can use that as an easy way, yeah, that gentleman came by, yeah, he was pretty professional, I liked him, okay, he can come in now, well, whatever. It makes this transition so when you walk in, you got the red carpet treatment then, okay? And you'll see that one of those sales is very, very powerful. Okay, what do we got here? 8:26. Okay. Let me give you one more tip because I want to finish. We still got a couple more minutes. I like to keep it 30 minutes. That it will help you. Okay. And in this thing, I'm going to give you is when you're faxing in the 44. Okay, when you get the sale. One more thing, and I know I talk about this sale after the sale. I'm a stickler to that. Okay. The sale after the sale is this little thing that I'm going to give you on a piece of paper, okay, before you go, Mr. Client, and you write down this. You say, you know what I'm going to do is that when you're done with this, okay, you see this piece of paper, Mr. Client, it's blank, okay. When we're done with everything, this will be your thank you letter to me, because I want you to be so pumped up, so excited that the information you're going to get is going to change your life. What we do for clients, Mr. Client, is we change people's lives. You're not just going to have an analyst of your company. We're going to change your life. On this piece of paper, what I want you to do, and you write down on the top, put my dream. Just put down my dream. This is for you, Mr. Client. I want you to go home and think about your dream. If you have the time, if time and money was not an issue for you right now, what's your dream? Is it to travel to Hawaii next week? Is it to go to Fiji? Or is it to pay off all your debts? Paying off your debt is okay, but something that would really pull you. What's your dream? Is it freedom, so you can come here at noon instead of 6 in the morning? You can sleep in when you want. I call it rolling over instead of rolling out, right? Write down your dream on this piece of paper. You don't have to do it now. You have to do it in private, okay? Take 10 minutes. And think about that question I just asked you. Write that down for the client. If time and money was not an issue, what's my dream? And leave that piece of paper on his desk, and you walk out the door. Because guess what, people? People get moved from their dream, okay? That's what pulls them to that's what makes them make transition, a certain shift in their life. What's your dream, Mr. Client? I want you to keep this. And you may be thinking, yeah, this is maybe a little rinky-dink $700 survey you're getting. Don't worry about that. But this is a step towards your dream. Okay, so I want you to think about that. This may be talking a little goofy stuff, dreaming and all that. No. But this is real. Okay, this is your business. This is the vehicle that will give you because there's a reason why you're in this planet. Why the guy upstairs brought you in this world, right? Why are you here? There's a cause for this. Okay, not just to make a living. Watch this. It's to designing a life. You're designing a life here, okay? And this business is going to give you that. Why? From a financial standpoint, that's where. Because if you have the money, you can do what you want, right? So we're going to supply you the financial resources to fuel your dream, okay? So take that and keep it with you and shake his hand with both hands. You say, I'm so glad you made this decision with both hands like this, okay? And look him in the eye, smile as you say that. And he wants to remember your face when he walks out, when you walk out his door. And I'm telling you, that sale will stick. That client will not cancel. Okay? And tell the client, listen, you may have certain things happen between now and whatever date it is, let's say 2 days out. You may have something happen between now and next Tuesday or now and tomorrow morning. Things will get in the way. Life happens. But I want you to do this. Keep this appointment. This is the best appointment you will have this year. I guarantee you. you're going to have the best appointment tomorrow morning, or the day, whatever the date of the appointment is. Usually mine's were next days. The best. So whatever happens between now and tomorrow morning, you talk to your wife, you talk to your, doesn't matter. You've made a commitment. We're here to help you. We're going to be here tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. And one little thing I might say, Mr. Klein, do this. Get an extra half-hour sleep tonight. You're going to need it tomorrow morning, okay? So sleep a little bit early tonight. Look forward to this thing. This is like going to a movie. You notice when you go to a movie, you look anxious. You want to go there, right? You can't wait. It's like going to Disneyland or going on vacation. You can't wait. Well, your vacation, Mr. Klein, starts tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. That's when your vacation starts, right? So be here sharp, 8 o'clock. Be ready. And I might add, get a notepad and a pen ready, because you're going to get lots of information tomorrow morning. You know, get that pad out. Make sure you get 2 pens, not 1. It's going to be that much powerful. All right? And again, if you say it like that at the end, if you spend 3, now notice I only spent 4 minutes saying this thing. After the sale, if you say what I just said to the client, okay, in your own way, of course, that sale, I'm telling you, you can bank that commission right now. You can go spend it probably. Okay? So this helped? Yes?
Yes.
I hear a yes. Okay. All right, any questions?
Mike.
Okay, go ahead. We have a question.
Yeah, hi there. This is Cindy Wyatt. I'm with the Southwest, but I always try to come in on your calls on Saturday, and I want you to know that it has truly helped me tremendously with a lot of your, just a lot of information. Just this on the My Dream.
Yeah.
Because I do talk to my clients about, changing their lives and and at first it's kind of like too good to be true, but, having this, just the idea of having them write it down and just leaving that with them, that's very, very, that's great. So I just wanted to let you know that. Thank you.
Okay, great, guys. You see a testimonial right there. So let's implement this. Anybody else? Any questions or comments? All right. Well, listen, have a great weekend. Let's fire it up this weekend. Get charged up. Have a great week next week. Put your goals down. Call in Monday morning. And the way to thank me, here's how you thank me, and I always say this, is by getting a signed 44. When you fax a signed 44 to me, okay, that's when I know you're saying thank you for me giving you this information. All right, guys? So have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.